Hi, welcome to Kitchen Garden Therapy. Today I would like to share with you how I pickle my peppers from the garden. This is a universal recipe that can be used for different varieties of peppers, sweet or hot, whole or sliced. I've tried this recipe many times and I feel like it's a basic recipe that everyone who loves peppers should try. Usually I pickled my peppers previously as sliced, but this year I decided to try pickling whole peppers. You can see here I'm showing pickled pepperoncinis, and I also have pickled some sliced banana peppers, and these are sweet banana peppers. Usually I pickle my peppers in half-pint jars, so this recipe is for 12 of those jars, and I like to use horseradish in all of my pickling recipes. I feel like it adds such a nice flavor and smell. Also, I use sour cherry tree leaves and black currant leaves. The tannins inside these leaves help whatever I am pickling to stay crunchy. So there is a science behind that. Also, dill, I feel like nothing can be pickled without dill. It's just a must in any pickling recipe. So I put one leaf of each and one tiny spare of dill into one jar. And I also added some garlic in the bottom. All of these things are optional for your taste. So if you want to pickle peppers whole, you have to prick some holes in them so the vinegar solution will go inside and pickle it from within. So I just used my knife and I cut some of these stems that were too long, and I also pricked some holes. Now I am stuffing the jars and I try to push them down as much as I can, because after you pour hot boiling mixture over these peppers, they will shrink a bit, so you will have to make sure to push it down and fill it up nicely. Also, I forgot to mention that before filling up jars, you have to make sure your jars are clean and sterilized, but I think that should go without saying. Everybody who does canning knows how to do it safely. So I used pepperoncini as whole, but jalapenos and serrano peppers I like to pickle as slices. And of course I'm wearing a glove on my left hand so I can chop them and don't get burned. And now I will be filling up the jars with the slices of jalapenos. All of the flavorings are the same, those sour cherry leaves and dill and garlic and horseradish, and this is the serrano pepper that I did the same thing. Once I fill up my jars with peppers, I like to add a half a teaspoon of pickling spice in each jar. I like to do it this way instead of adding spices to the liquid, because if I've tried doing it that way and then after I pour the liquid, some jars would get less and some would get more of the spices. So I figured I'll do it this way and every jar will have the same amount. Now for 12 half-pint jars, you will need 3.5 cups of water, 3.5 cups of vinegar and 3.5 tablespoons of salt. You bring this mixture to a boil. Pour it over your peppers into the jars, close the jars, and place them in the canner. Bring to a boil again, and sterilize for as long as required for your elevation. For me, since I live in Chicago, it's 10 minutes. And here you have it, delicious pickled peppers, universal recipe that can fit any peppers you have. It feels like a lot of work. Canning is a little bit time consuming, especially in the summer when it's hot outside. You don't want to create more hotness inside your house, but it's so worth it, because then in the middle of winter, when you open a jar of one of these goodies, you will be so happy you did all this work. So this was one of those days that I processed all of this stuff. As you can see here, I have pickled jalapenos, the ones that I was showing you. These are pickled serrano peppers, a little bit spicier than jalapenos. Then these are the pickled peperoncini, and this is my sour cherry preserves. If you haven't seen the recipe, I'll post the link in the description below how to do sour cherry preserves. I did the video last year. I also pickled some cucumbers. These are with mustard seeds. And I did some Persian pickled vegetables called torshi. It's like a mix of different vegetables. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to know how to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!